Hi everyone, Paul Morbid here, Morbid Team Entertainment and Bolex Repair Philippines. Going to show you how you can purchase a camera, 8mm camera to shoot home horror movies at home by yourself. You can use a camera like this. This is known as a Bolex D8L, definitely one of the most sought after 8mm cameras. It'll be a bit more expensive on the average, maybe anywhere from $40 to $60. Okay? Sometimes a bit more. You know, there's a lot of people like to buy this camera. It has a 3-ring turret, meaning it has 3 different lenses that you can rotate, where you can choose which one to film with. It uses 8mm film that you can purchase pretty much anywhere to open the door to this camera, and just pretty much any vintage movie camera. It has a little lever right here. You flip it up just like that. Push it in just a touch, turn it, and that way you can open it straight up. Inside it has a film spool, what's called a daylight film spool, and you just simply remove it just like that. There is a little line in here. If you look really close, there you go. That's where the end of the film sticks, and of course you roll it around a few revolutions and stick it back in there, okay, to load it. And when you're loading it, just to show you, it's pretty simple to load. I'll remove this again. If you look down inside the film compartment, there is actually some arrows with dotted lines to show you how to load the film. Okay, you can either move this back and get the film within the film gate right in there. See that down in there? Then this spool, push this back, and this spool, this is known as the take-up spool. You'll have another spool with film that goes up here. Make sure you have number 1 on there. So what you do is you close the door, push it in just a touch, turn it, and next you need to wind it up. The winding key is here, and you simply flip this up just like that, and now you're going to wind it. Okay, it takes about 20 winds, and you wind it just like this. It has a spring motor inside, which is great. A lot of people prefer these vintage 8mm cameras because they don't take any power, no batteries. These particular cameras are known as 8mm or double standard 8. You have a film button here at the end of my pencil eraser, and when you press it, then you start filming, and you can hear the motor, and it stopped. Okay, now when you've wound it the full 20 times and the film does stop, don't worry, you're not out of film. What you want to do is you open this up in subdued light, and of course you load the film in subdued light as well, under a tree or in the house somewhere, not in total darkness, but in the shade. Pull this film up, you pull up both spools, the other one will be up top, and you'll notice where it reads number 1. Now you've only filmed one side of the film. You flip both reels over. This reel will now have film on it, and you'll put it up top here in the supply. You'll see that it reads 2. This means it's on the second side of filming. Put that down inside of there. Make sure the other part of the film in the supply, in the take-up rather, is down here. Close the door, push it in, turn it, and you got it locked. Now, when you flip it over, you want to wind it again. So 20 times. Alright, I'm just going to wind it 4 cranks, and you'll press this film button again. You can hear the motor, and when it stopped and it's on the second side, then you've used the total amount of film. You remove that film, send it off to Kodak or any other type of company that processes film. If you have a question about that, ask me in the comments, and I can let you know the numerous places to get the purchase film and get it processed. You can also purchase it in America, companies such as B&H Audio and Video. They'll take the film out and they'll splice it down the center with a little splicer, and you can buy those too for very cheaply. And they'll put the film from end to end together with some splicers or splicing glue, and then you've got an entire 50-foot of film that you can put on an 8mm projector at home. All right? They come in 25-foot spools. Now, you'll also need with that particular camera, the 888, what's called a Sekonic light meter. If you don't want to get one of these and you find it a bit intimidating, well, that's okay. These are fairly complicated to use, as you can see. You got to set the lighting, the white globe, to someone's face, or whatever you're going to be filming. And those numbers down there you have to set to the lenses. But you can purchase something or get it for free, an app online. Just visit exposure meters or light meters and download the apps. Some cost a small fee, some are free, and that takes care of that. Now, if you don't want to use this type of 8mm camera, you want something a bit more simpler, well, there is plenty of vintage Super 8 cameras, such as this Bolex 233 Compact S, and they take Super 8 film. It's a lot more easier to load if you find the standard 8 a bit more intimidating. There's the film compartment down inside. All right. So what you do, it takes batteries. This one uses two AA alkaline batteries, which is an older battery. It has a chart right here of how to load the batteries. You have a piece of pleather, and make sure you take that piece of pleather and you stick it down inside, just like that. Load the batteries in this compartment where my pencil eraser is, okay? Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult to remove your batteries. You'll take this film. If you see this part of the film, it's okay. That's going to be exposed, but it's no big deal. It's only at the beginning. And you take this cartridge, there's the back of it, and you load it, and it even has a chart on how to load it. And it's so easy. You just load it inside just like that, snap it in, close the door, and you're ready to film. Your film button is up front here, right there, and you press at the bottom of it. Your power button is here, and you would turn it right there for the power, and the film button is right there by my thumb, and you would press that. The lens, you can adjust it. You can tell how much film you have left here at the end of my pencil eraser, but the film will also stop. This cartridge, you do not flip, unlike the 888. Your viewfinder is here. Okay? So those are two options you have. What you may experience when you're looking at places online to purchase these cameras with the various different types. You may have to end up sending it to a technician, but look for one that's working. That's the best. These cameras, the Super 8 cameras, are going to be, again, anywhere from $40 to $60 and up, depending on what type of model you get. But generally, they're really, really cheap. You can get a Kodak, $30 or $40, which makes it a lot more fun and easier for the Super 8 prices, or even the double 8mm prices, to make movies at home. And you can make these at home at any time you want to. Halloween in October is a great fun time to do it. Get yourself an 8mm projector, or if you're going to be filming on Super 8, which is this type of camera, then you will need a Super 8 projector. Super 8 film will not play into a regular 888 projector. The little holes known as sprocket holes on the side of the film are different. Okay? So, if you have any questions, do leave them in the comments section here. If you want to reach me personally, then you can reach me personally faster at Twitter. Alright? Do contact me at the social media outlets on the screen if you like. And remember, do subscribe. Until next time, see ya.